Hey everyone, today we're talking about how to turn your funnel into a conversion factory without hacking, guessing, or expensive ad testing. My name is Sue Howard. I am a data-driven marketer. That means I use data to turn marketing into a science to eliminate guesswork, drive down ad spend, and drive up profits. Jenna was kind enough to invite me into this summit to help you create or fix a funnel so it converts prospects at breakneck speed. Couple things I should tell you. I am by nature a fast talker. I'm trying really hard to slow down for this, and I'm afraid I sound like a robot, so I apologize in advance. But don't worry, I'm going to give you a link to this presentation so you can watch it at your own pace, as well as some other goodies to help you apply what I'm trying to teach you here, okay? And plus, I'll of course answer questions in the group. All right, let's go. All right, the problems with funnel hacking. Funnel hacking is a great strategy for quickly doing what's already been done. But what is the point in that? Unless you're going to beat them on price, there is no point to do what someone has already done. 2, you have no idea how successful the funnel is that you're hacking. Yes, there are ways to determine this, but most people aren't doing it. You could be hacking a funnel that doesn't convert. And maybe you created a funnel quickly and cheaply by hacking, but eventually you're going to have to run ads to it and you will lose your money in the advertising. 3, even if a funnel is converting, that doesn't mean the funnel itself is responsible for those conversions. It could be their relationship with influencers, or it could be the audience that they've already built. You just don't know. As Simon Sinek said, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. It's not going to fly if your why is because he or she did it. I diagnose a lot of funnels for clients, and the number one reason funnels fail is not enough research. People want to skip this step because it can be a little painful or a lot painful, and it's time consuming. But if you do this, you're going to save money because instead of running ads to test a funnel, you'll know if it's going to convert or not because you've done this research. You know who your competitors are. You know what the gaps are in the market. You know what your audience wants. You know if your target audience has bought before, and you know what words to use to convert them. The first is competitor research. If you skip this step, your offer probably isn't unique or filling in the gaps in the marketplace created by your competitors. 2, audience research. If your avatar is a fictitious character created out of thin air instead of one defined by data, you haven't done enough research. 3, voice of customer. If the copy is written in your words instead of the words of your ideal customer, you're going to lose sales and money. It's not your voice that will convert, it is the words of your ideal customer that will take you past the finish line. We research what's been done to define the future, not to refine the past. To create a unique offer that addresses your competitors' blind spots, do competitor research. To match your offer up with an audience that will buy, do audience research. To curate words that convert, you do voice of customer research. How do you know if you've done too little research? Here are 3 symptoms. If you already have a funnel, put your funnel to this test. If you're running Facebook ads, is the link click-through rate less than 1%? If it is, you haven't done enough research. Are the opt-ins for your free lead magnet less than 20%? If it is, you haven't done enough research. If the buy rate on your sales page is less than 1%, you have not done enough research. So here I'm applying those symptoms to an ad that I ran for a client. And I know there's a typo in there right here, in case you missed it. I'll point it out for you, but the ad converted really well, so we never fixed it. All right, so the first metric to look at in Facebook ads. Now, if you don't know these metrics, don't worry. They will mean something to you when you eventually run Facebook ads. All right, click-through rate all is how many clicks the ad has gotten of any kind. So it could be clicks on the headline, clicks on the image, clicks on the see more link, and clicks on the call to action. If it is less than 1%, you have a problem with your headline and or your image. If this looks okay, but on mobile only it's less than 1%, you have a problem with the copy above the see more link. If these 2 metrics look good, but your link click-through rate, which is a measurement of how many people clicked the ad to go to your landing page or sales page, if that's less than 1%, your problem is your ad copy that shows up after they click see more. All right, how do you know if you have leaks in your landing page? Let's talk about that. Landing page views, that's another metric in Facebook ads, and that tells you how many people actually viewed your landing page. So if your landing page views is less than the number of people who clicked to view your landing page, that suggests your page is too slow to load. You want your landing page to load within 3 seconds over 4G. If it's not, you want to take all the images, if you haven't already done this, upload them to a website like tinypng.com, compress them, that will make them smaller, size-wise, not dimensions, and then upload those photos back to your funnel. 2, summarize the important details with the subheadlines. People don't read websites, they scan. First, you have to hook them into your headline. The only job of your headline is to get them to read the subtitle. If your subtitles are summarizing the story and your offer, then they're going to read the body, and it engages them, then they're going to read the body copy. If they're reading your copy, but your buy rate is less than 1%, make sure you're addressing their objections and frequently asked questions by doing more voice of customer research. All right, for the next ones, you need website recording set up in heat maps, and I'm going to show you how to do that in the goodie bag that you can opt in for at the end of this webinar. If they're scrolling without reading the content, so if you're watching the website recordings and you see people are scrolling too fast to be reading, that means the most important content is too far down your sales page and you want to move that up. Or you think you're targeting cold audience, but really they're warm or hot, so they already know everything above that most important content. And then you need to create a landing page that matches the temperature of your audience. If the heat maps show that they're bouncing after reading the headline, you need a new headline. So either your headline is just weak or it's incongruent with the ad copy that they clicked on to come to your landing page. So in the goodie bag, I'm also including an infographic to show you how to create a headline that converts. If you have a free lead magnet and less than 20% are opting in, make sure your copy is highlighting their biggest pain points and most desired gains in their words. So that would be voice of customer research. If they're clicking on the buy button to visit the order form and then you see them hitting the back button to go back to the sales page, that means your sales page is missing something. And again, voice of customer research and audience research will help you figure out what's missing. A funnel that might convert versus a funnel that will convert. 9 out of 10 times when a client comes to me, even if their funnel is converting, they're guilty of making these mistakes. Slow. If it takes, like I said, if it takes more than 3 seconds, you're going to be penalized and you're going to pay for ads that for people who don't actually view your landing page. It needs to be fast, within 3 seconds over 4G. If it's written to sound like you're going to lose sales. The copy needs to be written using the words of your ideal customer. If you're compromising trust with half-truths, you're going to lose sales. Your copy needs to build trust like a white lab coat, and you do that by acknowledging the elephants in the room. I know a lot of people advise course creators or coaches to leave the price out for high-ticket offers, and I am adamantly against that. The reason is research shows if you're not showing the pricing information, but your competitor is, your competitor is going to get your leads. I also know from personal experience, I don't book a call if I don't know if it's within my budget. So give them some idea of pricing. You don't need to give a specific price, but give them an idea of what they can expect so that you don't waste your time with unqualified leads, as well as they don't waste their time on a call when they can't afford your services. Another mistake is the funnel tells and pushes. People don't like being sold to. Instead, your sales copy and the imagery should show and pull, demonstrate how your offer will help them take a step up their aspirational lifestyle ladder, because that's what you're selling. You're not selling a product, you're not selling an offer, you're selling a promise that your offer will help them create the lifestyle they desire. Another mistake, unedited stock photos. If a stock photo looks like a stock photo, it's just not adding value. It's just something that readers have to scroll past to get to meaningful content. So use stock photos, but edit them. Make sure that they're on brand. Make sure the color scheme matches your funnel. And make sure they're helping you show the story and the value your offer provides them. The last mistake is you ask too much of your prospect before giving. If you have a lead magnet and they're not opting in, or the quality of the email list is low, try offering ungated content and give them the option of entering their email address so that they can either receive that ungated content via email to read at their convenience or to download it and read it at their convenience. That's going to create a much higher quality email list. Your copy must convince them that your offer will move them up their aspirational lifestyle ladder. That is the only way you can convert consistently. And that's what we're going to cover today. My goal here today is to help you curate the words your ideal customer uses to describe their pains, gains, and objections to offer like yours. What you must know before doing voice of customer research. 1. Who is your ideal customer? If your avatar is a fictitious character or simply an earlier version of you, you need to do audience research. It needs to be a real human that is experiencing the problem your offer solves, and they need to have money to spend on it. 2, where do they hang out online? Without this knowledge, you don't know where to go to find their words. 3, what are alternative solutions to offers like yours? What offers are they already considering, or maybe they've already invested in? And what do they like and dislike about those offers? This is an example of a data-driven avatar I created for a client. This is the headline. This is how she describes herself in her Facebook profile. I've changed names to make this anonymous, but everything else is based on data except for the photo, which is a stock photo. What is their marital status? What is their political preference? And by the way, this is not data for a single ideal customer. This is data that I've analyzed and came to these conclusions for the entire audience. All right, so their marital status, their political preference, what is their level of college education? What is their gender? How likely are they to be on mobile versus desktop when visiting your sales page? What is the number of ads they've clicked on compared to the rest of the Facebook population? Obviously, the higher the better. If this is low, below average, then Facebook ads may not be the right traffic source for you. If they have kids, what is their age range? What job title are they likely to hold? What location? What are the competitors or alternatives that they're considering? And where are the online communities that they're hanging out in, that they're posting and contributing to? Here are the interests in the Facebook pages that they like. What podcasts do they like? What music interests them? What is their source of media? What comedians do they enjoy? Adding humor into a sales funnel can increase conversions. But if your sense of humor doesn't match their sense of humor, it's probably going to repel more than it will attract. You can use all of this research to create copy that has them nodding their head and saying, "Oh my God, I feel seen for the very first time." As I said, it's not your voice you need to find. Your customer's voice is the one that will take you past the finish line. Here are 3 strategies for curating copy that converts. 1, surveys. Exit intent surveys to collect feedback from prospects before they bounce. I don't love this option because it's hard to get engagement. Obviously, if they're leaving your sales page, they're probably not interested in giving you any more of their time to fill out a survey. It's worth a try though. The other downside with this option is a lot of times your survey won't pop up on mobile. Another option is thank you page surveys to collect feedback from new customers. So put it on your order confirmation page. This type of survey gets a lot of engagement because they've just invested time and money into you, so they're usually happy to provide you with this additional feedback. The second way of curating words that convert are interviews. Request interviews with your existing customers or prospects. The problem with this strategy is the research is only as good as the questions that you're asking. So if you're not asking the right questions, you're not going to get good results. The other problem with this is most people are poor predictors of what will and will not make them purchase. We purchase because we have an emotional response to something, and then we look for data to justify that desire to purchase. Message mining. This is my preferred approach, and this is what I'm going to cover in this presentation. You search discussion forums, social media posts, and review sites to collect the words written by your ideal customers. Where to mine for messages. There's tons of review sites. Again, you'll get access to this in the goodie package, so you don't need to take notes. Customer prospect feedback. So if you already have an audience or you already have customers, look at your customer service emails, the thank you page surveys, exit intent surveys. You can even send a survey to your existing customers. Social media. Once you've done audience research, you know what platforms they gravitate to. So once you know that, go to those platforms, join groups, post questions, just engage with that audience and observe their behavior online and copy their words. What to look for. You're looking for words written by your ideal customer, not other marketers, not influencers, not competitors. 2, you're looking for reviews, posts, and comments that get lots of likes, dislikes, or replies, or some type of engagement. 3, for reviews, study the 2 to 4-star reviews. 1s and 5s, that's fine, but they're more likely to be fake than the 2 through 4-star reviews. 4, stories of triumphs and tragedies. You find this by Googling discussion forums or social media groups. Let's say you were doing this for a weight loss product. You could search for terms like weight loss win, weight loss victory, weight loss success, or weight loss embarrassed, weight loss shame. And then hopefully that will produce stories for you. This is a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie, but it's well worth the investment. 5, common words they use. What language are they using? For instance, I serve entrepreneurs that already know the value of a funnel. So I use funnel in my sales copy. If I was serving an audience that wasn't familiar with funnels, I would lose them as soon as I used that word. They'd be like, what the heck? And they're not gonna invest time trying to understand me. 6, what are the words they use to describe themselves? Look at their Facebook profiles, their bios, their About Me section on their website. How are they describing themselves? This is a sample voice of customer report I had created for a client. She was offering a course to help introverts create webinars that convert. All of this is in the words of her ideal customers. None of this is my opinion or my words. So you know why they want your offer, what they want in such a course, what don't they want, or why they might not buy. How do they describe their pain? What is triggering them to take action? And this is just a portion of the report, but I go on to also describe what they want to accomplish. What is the lifestyle they desire? What do you do with your research? Research won't do you any good if you don't know how to apply it. Here's how to use your voice of customer research. 1, ad copy. Use a real life story of triumph or tribulation in your ad copy. Create an emotional response to get them to click and view your sales page. 2, sales copy. Use a polished version of the curated words for headlines and sub-headlines. Address their objections within the copy and the frequently asked questions. 3, email sequences. You can address objections they have to offers such as yours and highlight the most sought after benefits in your nurture sequence. That's the sequence that you use to turn a prospect into a buyer. You can also use real life stories in your email sequence. You can interchange all of this. All right, like I said, I know I went really fast. Probably, I assume I did. So hopefully it wasn't too fast, but if you need more help, I offer DIY tools. I offer a Voice of Customer Wizard along with a course, done with you and done for you services and tools to create funnels that convert or to fix a funnel that isn't converting. You can reach me at vokemarketing.co. That's www.vokemarketing.co. And if you want to grab your goodie bag that includes this presentation and other goodies to help you apply this knowledge to your business, you can go to vokemarketing.co/Jenna to grab your goodie bag. Thank you so much for your time. I hope this was the slightest bit helpful. And of course, ask me any questions in the Facebook group and I will be sure to respond. Thanks, everyone.